I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Harsh, old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense.
Night.
Harsh, old... Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Milo?
Yes, Dad. Look, Foster! I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Nice work, Milo.
Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough.
I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish. It's a big one.
What the?
It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Milo!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine, too. But its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately.
I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more. Time lost meaning as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the Gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, He helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone. I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds, scavengers, and in this wasteland, that meant only one thing: people. Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body.
Welcome to this commentary feature. My name is Charles Cecil and I am the game director. Please interact with the comic book pages that you'll find throughout the game to hear members of our team talk about the approach to design, art, audio, and general. Obviously, these commentaries contain spoilers, so I recommend that you only enable this feature once you've completed the game and are playing through again and want to get an insight into its making. Thank you for playing Beyond the Steel Sky, and thank you for taking an interest in this commentary.
The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand.
Hey, excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Ah, no! Damn birds!
Wait, I just...
Whatever that device was, the bird had it now. Gang birds were eyeing up the corpse hungrily. A corpse lay propped against a rock. The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days. The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union City. I was back. Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data in a micro-implant. The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
How do I get to immigration?
The terminal is at the wall end of the garden. The correct route is indicated by these signs. Soon as you've registered, you can access the Minos devices.
What's this Minos you mentioned?
Minos is the interconnected computer system that is everywhere and controls everything.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens. And, word to the wise, no U-chip, no access to the Minos devices. Not even the vending machines. So go register.
Can you tell me about any vehicles that came through here a couple of nights ago?
Read my lips. Immigration terminal. Register. You.
I've never seen a droid like you.
And I've never seen a Gaplander like you.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes. Have you seen a boy called Milo?
No, but I do see an unregistered Gaplander.
Remind me how to register with Union City?
The immigration terminal is back there in the gardens. You want a U-chip? That's where you've got to go.
Thanks. Bye for now.
Pleasure. How can I be of assistance?
When the animation team worked on 2CU, initially the character was more functional. Their eye as a camera lens, for example, so it didn't have an eyelid or eyebrow. After some initial animation tests, we found the droids weren't very expressive, they were too robotic. So we sent some of the droid characters, including 2CU, back to our character rigger to add more controls to afford human-like expressions. Our rigger added upper and lower covers to 2CU's lens to give animators the option of characterizing them like upper and lower eyelids, as well as other details like an independently pivoting inner lens. These allow human-like expressions, such as squinting to show suspicion, or eye-rolling in impatience, much more alive and much more engaging. Talking to 2CU is the very first dialogue that occurs in Beyond a Still Sky, so it was worth investing in our tiniest character to ensure they made a big impression.
The gangs look mean and ugly. The sign was directing me towards immigration. It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which.
can I help?
Two of my favourite characters in the game are Pixel and Voxel. And once upon a time, there were actually 7 Gap kids who all lived near Union City beside a dump. And as the section progressed and we got a better handle on the story and the pacing and the puzzle design, it became apparent that we actually didn't need triplets, and we ended up having the twins that you see in the game now.
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
As well as complementing Dave Gibbons's comic book style, the use of Toontoy also has a gameplay benefit. Toon-shaded backgrounds make it easier for the player to scan and recognize objects in the game world that are relevant to solving the section's puzzles, which make it a more satisfying, intuitive gameplay experience.
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Unidentified Gaplander, you have been observed committing a crime.
Crime? But I'm innocent.
Sure you are. I saw you using a weapon on this innocent Spankles machine.
It's just a crowbar.
That's your excuse? Kudos penalty.
What now?
No U-chip detected. On this one occasion, it appears you are unable to receive the penalty. Please refrain from future illegal acts. And go register!
Looks like good old-fashioned flesh and bone wasn't gonna cut it. I needed something more.
How can I be of assistance? Unidentified Gaplander, you have been observed committing a crime.
Crime? But I'm innocent.
Sure you are. I saw you using a weapon on this innocent Spankles machine.
It's just a crowbar.
That's your excuse? Kudos penalty.
What now?
No U-chip detected. On this one occasion, it appears you are unable to receive the penalty. Please refrain from future illegal acts. And go register! How can I be of assistance?
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
We needed to make the game accessible to people who hadn't played the original, so we added a statue here of Joey, which the player may or may not choose to interact with. Since Joey's story is at the very heart of this game, we needed to introduce him and his past, but ideally from a different perspective to what fans of the original already know. Straight off, we needed to convey that Joey was left in charge all those years ago and that he's revered. He was told by his best friend Foster to deliver a prime objective, which is ensure that the citizens of Union City are happy. The game world is the result of what happens when Joey, a benign AI, who really does have the best intentions, is left in charge with these seemingly simple instructions.
It was a statue of my friend Joey. I couldn't imagine why they would have erected it. If Milo had been taken this way, I was sure Joey would help me find him. I needed to find someone around here who'd seen the stalker. was an empty space where the power cell should have been. The guy looked like he'd been out in the sun a bit too long. Smelled like it, too. Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
Listen, you haven't seen a child come through here, have you?
Pinched something of yours?
No, he was kidnapped from a nearby village.
Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the Gap. But I've never seen any come through here. Have you asked those kids over by the playground? They've been here a lot longer than me.
What was that you said about other missing kids?
Nothing specific.
Come on, try me.
Oh, just rumors. Voices on the wind, campfire tales. One man's kidnapping is another man's wandered off and fell down an hole, says I. No kids round here. Oh, except those young bucks over yonder. Sorry I can't help.
What are you doing here?
Well, whilst Bruce's power cell remains as flat as a cowpat, not a whole lot.
So you're trying to get in the city?
Abso-bloomin' Trying being the operative word.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's your lucky day. This is a vehicle.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
A vehicle with legs? Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini-case cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts. Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught. And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Bruce's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
So, your truck is full of mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the Gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
The doors, they're locked shut.
Not locked, jammed. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good wallop. Then, do a little jig.
A jig?
Jig?
Aye, a jig. Then pull the door hard.
Pretty technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Obsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
Great. How long ago was that?
About 1 million jiffies ago. My guess is it's either gathering dust or it's been ground to dust.
I'll be back.
I'll be here.
I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, Council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Hobsworth. What can I do for you?
How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
I'm looking for a vehicle that might have passed this way.
What kind of vehicle? Maybe I can help.
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I know it has 4 giant legs.
Legs? Word to the wise man. Vehicles have wheels.
Not this one. It walked on the sand. And it was, shaped like a dog.
Whoa. That doesn't sound like any vehicle I've ever heard of. And I've got more magazines under my bed than you can even imagine.
About this missing kid.
Dude, word of advice, huh? Since you're new here?
Okay.
Look, maybe kidnapping is the sort of thing you people do in the Gap. But this is Union City, man. We're a proper society.
Gotcha. Thanks. So what's your deal, Hobsworth?
I am a diagnostician for the Ministry of Comfort.
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Oh, before I forget, I really appreciate your patience back there when I was fixing the bridge. Let me thank you properly. Give me your hand.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. You're from the Gap.
What's wrong with that?
Well, you don't have a U-chip, so I can't give you any kudos.
Well, your heartfelt thanks is enough for me.
Keep a smile on your face.
I guess this was the immigration terminal.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant.
Ouch! A U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me. Excuse me?
Well, hey there, stranger. How's your day going so far?
Well,
Great, I'll bet. Anything old Hobsworth can do for you? By the way, just so you know, I'm on the clock.
Yes, of course. No problem. What are these kudos you've mentioned?
They reward people for doing what's right. Good for themselves, it's good for the city. Reward us for fulfilling our potential as proud Union City citizens. And under the benevolent gaze of the council, we are all happy. No one is ever sad. I figure your contribution to fixing that bollard earns you one. If you got a U-chip.
Sure do.
Great. Hold out your hand. I just got, There you go. Now you're even more awesome than you were before.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank the council.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant.
Ouch! A U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
How can I be of assistance?
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The machine ejected a garish, beclowned can of soda labeled Spankles.
You are currently at your maximum apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles.
Writing and designing a puzzle around children was always going to be interesting, especially ones with such extensive dialogue trees as Pixel and Voxel. Kevin, our writer, had the particular challenge of writing jokes and quips that came from the mind of a child but made comedic sense to an adult. Beyond the writing, the voice acting work is also extremely crucial in delivering that sentiment. Rosie, who did an amazing job of playing a number of characters in the game, had the challenge of playing both Pixel and Voxel. What I found particularly impressive about all of this was when we were directing these lines in the studio, Rosie would seemingly respond and contribute to feedback as an 8-year-old child, without the temper tantrums, of course.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old and my birthday is in only 64 days. I'm really good at math and I can even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
What's wrong with the roundabout?
It sucks. Stupid Mr. Hobsworth put a chain on it. He said it was for safety, then he dropped the chain on his foot.
What do you do here?
Well, me and my brother and my sister usually live in a tribe way over that way by the old burnt-down radio tower. But it's like so boring there. We come here for the action.
I can see why. Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Vauxhall, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Vauxhall says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
Who's Vauxhall?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
Your roundabout probably has a chain on it for a reason.
Yeah, and that reason is Mr. Hobbsworth is stupid. Can you fix it?
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
You sure you haven't seen any children come through here?
Nope, definitely would have remembered.
What about anything suspicious?
Suspicious? Yeah, there was this one guy. Tall, wearing a big coat and carrying a purse.
I see. Nice one.
And his name was Fossil!
I got the joke, kid. What's wrong with Vauxhall?
Like, why is he hiding?
Yeah.
I told you, man. He thinks he saw a monster.
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding? Maybe we can help each other out with our monster problems.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
This vehicle, it had legs instead of wheels.
Vehicles don't have legs, though.
This one did. Your brother saw a monster, right? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, that it was a giant daddy longlegs.
No. That your brother's monster was actually...
A very small daddy longlegs, but very close to him.
No.
I caught a daddy longlegs once. What was your question?
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Vauxhall, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, wah! But, where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
Listen, about this monster.
Jeez, man. Why are you so obsessed with monsters? They're not real.
Bye.
Call it if you need anything. Push me.
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I've got things to do.
Push me.
Hey, got a moment?
What do you need, mister?
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding?
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
Any idea how I can get more answers out of Voxel?
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
Bye.
Okay, I'll go.
One of the things we really wanted to capture in the music was the range of different tones you would get from interacting with the various characters throughout the story. So the music could, on the one hand, sit underneath and complement the dialogue, but also punctuate some of the key narrative points, and sometimes just add to the general feel of a moment. The City Walls area is a great example of where there are loads.
Writing and designing a puzzle around children was always going to be interesting, especially ones with such extensive dialogue trees.
Since we decided to use Unreal Engine for the game in 2016, it was immediately clear that we needed to develop our own solution for stylized rendering.
Sure wasn't lost on me.
During those very early research stages, we also needed something that allowed us to iterate several combinations of visual features easily. I started to implement some line rendering algorithms and continued to add features that we could switch on and off on the fly. At some point, I structured those elements into a single big shader that would turn the hyper-realistic rendering of Unreal Engine into something different, without having to go back and rework the graphic assets. That's how Toontoy, our non-photorealistic rendering tool, was born.
A sandpit. In the desert. The irony sure wasn't lost on me. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Did you say you heard kids crying from inside the dog?
I think so. Sure sounded like that.
Can you tell me more about these missing kids?
Only that I heard them inside the monster.
This giant dog. Where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound, like feet padding along the road, big feet. And then I heard screams, children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Did anyone else see the dog?
I don't think so. No one believes it even exists. But you do, don't you? You believe me?
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster. But you can have it.
Bye.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood. Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates. Right. Hit the bumper. These were not my best moves.
Authorized citizen ID required.
I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles. The gangs looked mean and ugly. One particularly large and familiar bird stood out from the rest. Come on, big fella. The gangs looked mean and ugly.
To bring our dialogue to life, we have voice performance, camera angle, body animation, lip sync animation, and facial expression. Each of these are assets applied to an individual line of the script. The first encounter you have with Ember was the first dialogue we got fully working in the game, the first one we saw fully brought to life with all these layered elements. We wanted to use an algorithmically generated lip sync technology because then we could get animations at the right balance between cartoony and realistic to complement the art style. This meant we did
Hey, Pixel.
What do you need, mister?
Do you know how to get into the city?
Oh, if I knew that, would I be living in this car park?
Bye.
Okay, I'll go.
You ever had one of these?
Spankles? Gimme!
Are you allowed?
Yeah. Just don't tell Ember.
Excuse me? Hello?
You!
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert!
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my date!
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you've cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city.
That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deet, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now excuse me.
What's a deet?
My deet, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. Deet.
What's the deet for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me, and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
I'm looking for a boy named Milo, who might have come through here recently.
You're looking in the wrong place. Only boys around here are Pixel and Voxel, and the only thing they're missing is a few screws.
Are you sure you haven't seen a young boy?
Kinda hard to get lost in a crowd here. This place ain't exactly Aspiration Plaza. So no, I haven't seen your kid.
So are you digging that guy's U-chip out of his hand?
What? No! Data transfer. I told you. I cloned his ID data onto the deed for later.
What happens later?
Well, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to be found. I do swapsies.
For a price?
Yeah.
I got a U-chip with a temporary ID from over there.
Good for you. They're free.
Can I get into the city with it?
No. And yes. And no.
Break that down for me.
No, a temp ID is so they can keep track of you around here. Won't get you inside. Yes, I could deet that corpse's ID onto a U-chip. And no, because as you well know, my deet's been eaten.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
Ah, my most popular item. Until Big Steve took my deed, that is.
Guess what I found?
A lot of nerve coming back here.
Nope. This.
What? My deed? I'll have that.
Sure, but how about I give you the deed in exchange for the citizen ID that's on it?
The deed for the ID, but
You wouldn't have it back if it weren't for me.
it wouldn't have been stolen if it weren't for you.
So we're even.
I suppose that's sort of fair.
Excellent. When do we start?
Have you got a U-chip?
Yes. My hand is still stinging.
Right then, let's get this over with, yeah? Pass me back my deed, I'll need to hook the deed up to my workbench here.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal. Ember's deed had a citizen ID stored on it. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires. Hey, Ember.
You ready to do this?
I'm not entirely sure what this is.
You want that citizen's ID, right?
Yeah. What do I need to do?
Cool. Just place your hand flat on the U-chip scanner. Over here on my workbench.
Like this?
Yeah, good enough. Let me just line up the laser. Oi, keep your hand still or you'll lose it.
Is this gonna hurt?
No more than getting the chip installed in the first place. Right, just transferring the ID now. You may feel a slight pinch. What was that?
That wasn't supposed to happen?
There it is again. Must be... nothing. It must be nothing. Looks like his name was Graham. A fine, upstanding citizen.
Graham. Got it.
Good luck, Citizen Graham.
At last I had a citizen ID. I hoped that this was going to be my key to getting into the city. Excuse me.
Well, hey there, stranger. How's your day going so far?
Well,
Great, I'll bet. Anything old Hobsworth can do for you? By the way, just so you know, I'm on the clock.
Yes, of course, no problem. What are these kudos you've mentioned?
They reward people for doing what's right. Good for themselves, it's good for the city. Reward us for fulfilling our potential as proud Union City citizens. And under the benevolent gaze of the council, we are all happy. No one is ever sad. I figure your contribution to fixing that bollard earns you one. If you got a U-chip.
Sure do.
Great. Hold out your hand. I just got, There you go. Now you're even more awesome than you were before.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank the council.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
By the sound of things, Hobsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him. Graham's ID was finally starting to get me places. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked.
If you think Hobsworth is just Hobsworth, you'll be surprised to hear that, in fact, Hobsworth has had many names over the course of development. We've had Hobbins, Hobbs, Brian, and many other variations on this. And furthermore, when we thought we had landed on a name, and just as somebody had finally renamed all the assets to Brian internally, we went back to calling Hobsworth Hobsworth. So in actual fact, Brian Hobsworth, he is now called, and all of the assets under the hood that relate to him are all Brian and not Hobsworth.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Food delivery for Mr. Voxel.
Oh, yes. One of Hobsworth's city singers. Do you want my crusts?
You eat them. Warriors need their strength. See you around.
Where is she?
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos. Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos. Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
One motion.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The Ministry of Wellbeing Reflection Spa, a luxurious
What can you trade for some spankles?
Honestly, nothing. I actually have an infinite supply.
Anything you can tell me about this finger?
Whoa! Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle. Want to trade?
I think I'll hold on to it for now. Ember,
Hi again.
I spoke to Voxel about his monster problem.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Good for you. So you told him the monster was real? Won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dad.
Voxel's a skittish one, isn't he?
Watch your mouth. How'd you know where to find him anyway?
Pixel told me.
Mate, I don't know you, you don't know me, you don't know them. Let's keep it that way. Stop asking questions, finish your business, and move along. Meanwhile, where's Pixel? Me and him need to have some words about stranger danger.
Do you know how I can get into the city?
You try the bridge?
No.
Seems a good place to start.
Do you know how I can get into the city?
You try the bridge?
No.
Seems a good place to start.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
Error. UChip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my U-chip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember. Hi.
Hi again.
There's a problem with this ID you gave me. I tried the bridge, but it wouldn't let me through. Apparently my U-chip is out of date.
Oh, right. They had to replace the hand scanner recently. Must be running on new firmware. Much newer than the crappy U-chips from that old terminal.
What happened to the old hand scanner?
No idea. Why would you even ask that? I didn't take it. Shut up.
Either way, the ID you gave me doesn't work.
Hey, listen, guy. The ID is tip-top. It's your U-chip that's the problem. It's old. Like you.
Well, have you got any newer replacements?
Nuh-uh. That U-chip is in you now. It stays there. You'll need to run an update, but my guess is you can only do that inside the city.
And without the update, I can't get across the bridge. I appear to be at an impasse.
Yikes. Well, that ain't good. Could maybe hack the bridge, but... Nah. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Did you say hack?
Okay. So you know how everything here runs on Minos?
Minos? Surely that's not based off the old Link system.
That's right. When they upgraded, they dumped the old Link tech.
Smart shoes, smart toasters, smart light bulbs, smart fridges. Minos makes everything smart, smart, smart. Except the humans.
Anyway, you know how Hobbsworth is always pointing his scanner at stuff?
Yeah?
That's his Minos scanner. Minos scanners let guys without any smarts figure out how machines work. Old Hobbsworth has all kinds of safeguards so he can't mess things up more when they break. But with a few modifications...
Can you do more than just diagnose Minos machines?
Much more.
Could I borrow your hacker? Is that a no? Could I maybe trade you something for your hacker?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay, so if you won't trade me for that hacker, could you make me one?
For a price, and a whole lot of inconvenience.
What do you mean?
For starters, you need one of Hobbsworth's Minos scanners. You get me one of them, and then we can talk about next steps.
You mean this thing?
Oh, you found one already? Where'd you get it?
It was just lying around in Hobbsworth's hut.
He really should be more careful. Right then. Let's see what else you've got in that bag that might be worth my time, trouble, and effort.
How about a delicious mini-K made with mostly real...
I heard that before. Not interested.
This scanner?
That just turns into the hacker. What are you giving me to do the actual job, pal?
Oh, right. I don't know if you can use this, but how about this finger?
Okay, creepy. Let me take a look. Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle.
So it's a deal then. You'll hack this scanner, and the finger is yours.
You betcha. Pleasure doing business with you. Meet me at my workbench when you're ready.
Ember had used the workbench to transfer Graham's ID to my U-chip.
All right, one Ember grade Minos hacker.
Thanks. So how do I use this thing?
You activate scan mode, obviously.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, that's the easy part. Now follow me. This is how I find hidden systems. They're all over the place. There you go. One just popped into range.
Okay, what do I do now?
Right, so this here is a diagnostic view of Minos.
Looks like it runs the vending machine.
No kidding. See those task nodes? The darker ones?
Yeah?
Well, unlike Hobbsy's little vanilla scanner, my hacker can swap them round. So let's see how smart you are. Want to give me an infinite supply of spankles? You did it! You're smarter than you look. Okay, apply the hack and you'll be good to go. All right, mate. Figure the rest out yourself. Oh, and try not to do anything too stupid, eh?
Hey, me again.
Hi again.
Voxel's hungry.
Ugh, not surprised.
See you around.
Peace.
Apologies, but despite you being a valid user, we have decided to not dispense on this occasion.
At least I felt validated. The power cell was completely wrecked. Looks like you're working pretty hard. Need a spankles?
Oh, hey, man. That's super chill of you. But I'll just grab one myself when I pick up a thirst.
Got something for you, Hobsworth.
Is that one of those meaty whatsits from the nice old gent over there?
You bet it is. Want one?
Oh, I'm not a sausage kind of guy, you know?
I got you a drink.
Shame it ain't something stronger.
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm. But it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Want one of these mini Ks?
Oh, better not.
I thought you loved them.
Oh, of course I do. They're delicious.
What?
Don't get high on your own supply.
Sorry?
No scoffage on thine own sausage.
Oh, I see. Suit yourself. Be seeing you.
Aye.
The Ministry of Wellbeing Reflection Spa, a luxurious haven to reflect on what it means to be a part of the world's greatest city. Make the world shine with nuclear.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
Hobsworth, was it?
Ah, hello again, stranger.
Wendell's power cell wasn't looking too functional.
Oh man, you saw, huh? I don't think it's supposed to smoke like that.
Not conventionally, no.
Listen, don't tell Wendell. I'll fix it.
What was that tool you were pointing at the bridge?
Oh, this little baby? That's my Minos scanner. It's super neat. All of us diagnosticians use them. I pointed at a device, and it shows me how it works. See, everything in Union City runs on Minos. Everything's interconnected, from big safety systems and freight elevators, all the way down to toasters and hand dryers, all on Minos.
Okay, so you're saying it's a citywide universal operating system?
Whoa, I don't know what that is, but maybe. I'd hate to think what'd happen if a scanner like this fell into the wrong hands.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, was magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... But he was my best friend. Do you need technical expertise to be a diagnostician?
Of course! You need to know exactly where to point your scanner. See, I come to work and I pick up my scanner here, and then I report the problem. My interventions are key to the smooth running of Union City.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
The power cell was completely wrecked.
Two of my favourite characters in the game are Pixel and Voxel. And once upon a time, there were actually 7 Gap kids who all lived near Union City beside a dump. And as the section progressed and we got a better handle on the story and the pacing and the puzzle design, it became apparent that we actually didn't need triplets, and we ended up having the twins that you see in the game now.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Do you know how I can get inside the city?
I already said you need to get across the river and through the big doors.
Can I grab another one of those firecrackers?
Sorry, mister. That was the last one.
How long ago did you see this dog?
It was 1, 2, 3... 2. It was 2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah. I'm hungry.
Bye. There was something strange about the water, and there was an unmistakable smell of ozone. Up close, I could see the water was holographically concealing an electric fence? There was an electric fence back there. I wondered if it was live. Ow! I was shocked to discover that it was. No wonder the gangs kept clear of this death trap.
I must say, we weren't expecting to see you here outside the city.
Guess I'm an unexpected kind of guy.
Indeed.
And who are you?
My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How can I be of service today?
A child has been kidnapped from my village.
From your village? Was the child a registered citizen of Union City?
No, his name is Milo, and...
Polite apology. Minos can only concern itself with registered citizens.
I was hoping you'd be able to help.
And isn't hope a wonderful thing? In the meantime, do you have any other queries?
I'm looking for a vehicle. Has anything come through here?
No.
You haven't seen a weird vehicle with legs instead of wheels?
Polite apology. I cannot discuss the details of other visitors' vehicular movements.
But this vehicle, it kidnapped a child.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I need to get into the city.
Easily done, sir. Just drive your vehicle across the bridge and the gates will open up for you.
My vehicle?
Yes, your vehicle. You do have a vehicle, don't you?
What if I don't?
Well, you're about 5 years too late. This is a vehicle entrance now. Freight only, I'm afraid. Anything else I can help with today?
Why won't the bridge open for my ID?
Your ID appears to be in order, Citizen Graham.
Said something about outdated firmware?
Ah, that explains it. Your UChip firmware is outdated. The hand scanner on the bridge was recently replaced with the latest Union City technology. When did you last update your UChip firmware, sir?
I'd say roughly never.
Dear me, that is rather unorthodox. Polite suggestion. Please update your UChip firmware at the next opportunity.
So I need a vehicle to get into the city.
At this vehicle entrance? Yes, that's right, sir.
Don't seem to be many vehicles going through, though.
How very observant of you, sir.
Thank you. Quiet time of year, huh?
Very. There was a delivery scheduled a couple of days ago, but it hasn't come through.
How can I update the firmware on my U-chip?
To update your firmware, please speak to one of our technical support greeters.
Greeter? Aren't you a greeter?
Indeed I am. Just not the right greeter. I am not installed with firmware update software. Can't risk the Gaplanders getting access, can we, sir?
Yeah, right. So the only way to update my U-chip is inside the city?
That's right, sir.
But I can't get into the city
there.
without the update.
Exactly.
How's your day?
How do I get across?
Just drive your vehicle to the bridge, and the automated systems will open it for you.
And if I don't have a vehicle?
Pedestrians are required to make alternative transport arrangements at this entrance. Anything else I can do for you, sir?
I'll be in the pages.
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
Right, how do I... Oh, I need it. That stupid robot.
By the sound of things, Hobbsworth was hard at work. I decided not to interrupt him.
So what you got planned for the day?
We needed to make the game accessible to people who hadn't played the original, so we added a statue here of Joey, which the player may or may not choose to interact with. Since Joey's story is at the very heart of this game, we needed to introduce him and his past, but ideally from a different perspective to what fans of the original already know. Straight off, we needed to convey that Joey was left in charge all those years ago and that he's revered. He was told by his best friend Foster to deliver a prime objective, which is ensure that the citizens of Union City are happy. The game world is the result of what happens when Joey, a benign AI, who really does have the best intentions, is left in charge with these seemingly simple instructions.
Guide prospective citizens through the registration process.
Well, you're clearly excellent at your job.
Why, thank you. I'm the latest model, you know.
Bye for now.
Was great meeting you.
We needed to make the game accessible to people
Oh,
who
damn it,
hadn't
I
played
pressed
the
the wrong
original.
button.
So we added a statue here of Joey, which the player may or may not choose to interact with.
Make sure to visit
How can I help?
done with? No. Cancel.
Make the world shine. Everything. Knackwurst sausages. Knock yourself out with a bite while they're fresh.
Citizen Graham, you are present at the scene of an active alarm. Please remain calm and await neutralization of any threat. Do you have any information on the cause of the alarm?
I think he said his name was Hobbsworth.
I shall investigate. Please do not approach the subject. He may be armed.
Yeah, I had two, I think.
Union City will take it from here. Thank you, citizen.
Wendell's Burst, the sausage-like snack you can trust.
Damn it, I need to get it over here.
Self-perpetuating cleaning organisms. Burst sausages. Knock yourself out with a bite whilst they're fresh.
Apologies, but despite you being a valid user, we have decided to not dispense on this occasion.
At least I felt validated.
Your collection today.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The Museum of History presents the Piermont Collection, Relica of Yesteryears. Make sure to visit today.
Nowhere to go. I need a hint. Hello.
humans. Now Bubonica does the same for your pesky germs with its revolutionary self-perpetuating cleaning organisms.
Ja, fout. Oké.